Okay, so today I wanted to talk about training myself in terms of the teaching, the deliverables, how to make money online, like everybody's talking about. I'm in that process. It's Nikki Phoenix, and my journey is to become a spiritual coach and supporter of people through their spiritual journey and to define the philosophy around what that actually means. And the teaching, which I actually now need to remind myself and you that it is a reminder, it's not actually a teaching. Anyway, in all the busyness and my commitment to uploading daily, I recorded a beautiful session for you earlier, and I don't know what happened. I don't think the button was pushed properly. So here goes. We're losing light, but I got all dressed up nicely for you today. And then I screwed it up. That's learning for you. Okay, so I want to talk about this issue and the challenge that we all have about making money online. Well, first of all, I have learned enough to know and to relate to you that it's not about making money online. YouTube is all about just a voice and a platform, a living business card, as it were, to communicate with my potential audience and clients, to build my community, and then I can support those people in their journey. So this is all about building trust. So, and I understand then the mechanism. So it's not making money from YouTube. That's just, like they say, tips. It's actually just building the business. And then in the back end, plugging in my services. So I've still got to refine what those services are. I know what they are. I've got 2 hot books in the pipeline. One I've been writing for years, and the other one I'm writing now, because as I speak to you more, as I work with this information more and more, as I said earlier today, the cholesterol in my spiritual channel is blasting out, and I'm clearing out the baffles, and the voice and the information is just coming on stronger. The more it's like a muscle. Your spiritual body is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets, the more powerful it gets. Yeah, it's funny how we've never really got to talking about it in that sense, have we? I'm just going to have a sip of tea. So, I wrote down a few things. Let's see what you think. I have got my little board here. What am I selling? What am I selling? So if you're going to make money, what am I selling? And I love this question, because what am I selling? Wow. It's so interesting how we talk about selling our soul, because this is about soul. Am I selling my soul? I'm buying my soul through this process, actually. What am I selling? I have to learn how to make a living from this, which the path is fairly well laid out. And that's why I'm doing an upload every day at the moment, because I need to practice. I need to hone my craft. I need to hone my communication skills. I need to refine the information. And I can even see that past YouTube uploads and teaching subject matters, I will go back and revisit them just to increase the quality, because the messaging and the reminders ultimately all cluster around, it's one body of work, so it all clusters around the same thing. So I'll be revisiting those things as my skills improve. Right, so what am I selling? You would have already read here. I am selling you to yourself, because I'm all about the self, and this whole self thing is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I realize that this is, in one word, singularly, what the church is missing. Oh, and by the way, I'm supposed to have a particular structure to my YouTubes, to communicating. I've got to tell you what the problem is. So have I told you the problem? Well, the problem is I need to make money online. So, and in the spiritual sphere, how do you do that? How do you sell God? I mean, it's kind of weird. I suppose churches do sell God because we end up having to pay them, you know. But no, I won't be selling the information itself or the love and the support, but I will be selling my services to support people through this process, because the sales part of the process, let's say, is the education about what that process is, why we have to do it, the healing part, and the whole and spiritual understanding around what achieving spiritual freedom is. So the beginning of that is you yourself. So I am selling you to yourself. That's what I'm doing. Okay, and then because it's based on love of self is a pathway to God. And it is that pathway that I wish to support people in how to get back to the God within, who is also God without, by the way. God within and without. It's both. But it's just that the God within has been neglected. So that's very simple. I also made some notes, which I've dropped here. Let me share with you. Just checking to see that my camera's rolling, not like earlier. Okay, so people pay to solve a problem. So what is the problem that I am solving? The problem is, this is just my brainstorming notes, okay? People are seeking meaning. Do I have meaning that I can share with people? It's not that I have the meaning. Do I know where to find the meaning? Can I help people find the meaning? 100%. Oh yeah. So much meaning. It's going to blow your head off. And that's not just a sales pitch, by the way. That's because God is more powerful and he is just right there, just boosting into the world. That's kind of, we are so poised at the moment because people are so devoid of the meaning, and therein lies a whole history of humanity, especially the last 2,000 years, what the church is missing, what the secular world is missing. Those are the items that I highlight and educate so that you get the full picture and the full context and understanding, in which you understand the reason and the motivation, not only selfishly for yourself in a good way, I mean, but also in the context of the world. And the moral obligation that we all have to heal. I think that's fairly common sense if only we know how to do it. But it's the why and the how. Okay, so we're seeking meaning. Are you seeking meaning? Have you had, does your church or religious organization not quite fulfill you? There might be aspects that you love, like I love the community. They're very loving people. But don't start going into the academic side, because it gets very challenging. So long as you stay in the emotional side and the love part, that's fine. But yeah, but I do see that where the church and the doctrine of Christ teaching is not fulfilling people's hearts. So you might be in that position. Or you might be, no, religion's not for me, not at all. I'm a rational mind thinker, but you're in the secular world. But no, you also are struggling to find meaning, purpose in life, and you've got to a point in life where you go, well, what's next? I mean, is that everything? Is that all? Is that what it's all about? So the problem is mental health and purpose. That meaning thing is precipitating this massive mental health crisis, and devoid of, when you don't have purpose, you don't have meaning. They go hand in hand. So the problem is loving God and seeking understanding. You see, I mean, there's people are still having this conversation of, well, is there a God? Which I've dealt with before. Which my answer to that question, is there a God, is, well, do you exist? If you're asking whether God exists, do you exist? Think on that. The problem is, furthermore, my brainstorming. You want to grow, you want to heal. Do you? Have you even put these words to that process? Or are you even just in the state of confusion and limbo? What is healing? What is growing? How can I grow? Is growing just an external material thing? Or can I truly grow and develop inside? Well, we know this because of psychology, which we've been blessed with in the last 100 to 150 years. We do know that we can develop. We do know that we can attain higher states of maturity. We can get over things if we work on ourselves. But really, what does that mean in the spiritual context? And you want to grow, heal, create a powerful life with purpose. That, so many people are so stuck that they don't even know that this is a reality. In fact, they don't even know that it is their entitlement to create a powerful life of purpose, and that we all have a blueprint, like our fingerprint, a unique blueprint of divine life purpose within us, in the cells of our body. It's innate, it's part of our spiritual makeup. But I don't want to give away too many secrets today. Anyway, so let's carry on without going to a psychologist. Oh, so you don't necessarily want to go to a psychologist, okay? And maybe your church is not giving you everything you need, all right? So I definitely work in that space between religion and secular, because I appreciate both. I've lived in both, and I see what's lacking in both instances. And I'm going to be writing books. One book that is going to be a barrier breaker in the church, and one book that is going to be a barrier breaker in the secular mindset. Yeah. So this, what I'm selling my story of life discovery. That's my initial thing that I'm selling, because my first book is called Mute, and I will be selling, well, am I selling it? Well, I'm presenting it to you. Hopefully, of course, people will buy the book about my testimony, my life testimony. How did I come to understand this stuff? And when you find yourself understanding information that other people don't, then you've been bequeathed that. It's a gift. It's special, So I'm selling understanding. I'm selling a gateway to God's knowledge, because it is a pathway that I lay out for you. And I'm your coach. I'm not the one who does it to you, for you. I'm not a guru. And I'm also not a perfect human just because I'm imparting this knowledge. I just simply know the way. I know the way. And I'm on that way and continuing to work on myself. So I'm selling meaning. I'm selling you to yourself. And ultimately, I'm selling spiritual freedom. And that's not freedom that I give you. That's freedom that life gives you if you travel down this pathway. And if you grasp the simple framework that that is hidden in plain sight, that explains the condition of the world right now, where we're at right now, history, who you are. It explains all those things in simple terms. Right, so think of me as your inner self. Yeah, that would be an incredible privilege to be your inner self. I'm calling out to you to say, hey, you've been misled, confused, and clouded over. Because we are entitled to clarity, but we've had the wool pulled over our eyes. There's no question about it. I do not like the word lie, because I just don't find it helpful. There are those that lie, obviously, But there are huge institutions that just need to understand the limitations of their beliefs, because we all have limiting beliefs. And it's not that our old beliefs or current beliefs are lies or false. Well, some of them are, but they just limit ourselves. And when we break free of them and we look at it in a greater space, because this is not a blame game. Blame game is what evil, destructive mind states invest in. This is not a blame game. So I am you inside the window of your soul. That's who I really want to be. I want to be the voice of your soul. With the glass all misted up. Imagine looking like I'm looking at you and you're inside on the other side of the frosted glass, because all steamy in there, and you're trying to get out. Or I'm rubbing the glass and saying, hey. And I'm rubbing the glass and saying, hey, open up. I'm missing you. I long for your company. You are the one I crave to be with all day and night long. This is yourself speaking to you. I'm taking on that voice. This is because your soul does crave for your companionship. Your soul does crave for your attention and your awakeness and your communion with self. Okay. So as yourself, I am saying I am your first love. Give me your attention now and always. And when you connect with your soul, once you've done the work and you clear that channel and you really crave for your own companionship. Some people understand that naturally, but there are too many who do not understand that and aspire to that. But there's too much going on here that needs to be unburdened. And I can teach you everything you need to know. Not me, not Nikki Phoenix. No, your soul can teach you everything you need to know. I am your North Star. So just imagine that that is your soul speaking to you. And that's what I'm selling. Being able to speak to you in the voice of your soul. I am selling you the most precious and priceless thing you could ever have, yourself. And nobody can sell you yourself, but I can sell you the support I can give you in the process to regain yourself. And I can assist in your realization of the greater context of why it is that your self was stolen from you. Yeah, it was 100%. And if you want to connect with yourself, with God, and with life, I can help you. I know how to do it. I know the way. I know how to support you. Let me help you. Yeah. Then I'm speaking here about contemplating the target market. Who would not want to have themselves? Who doesn't want to connect with themselves? That's quite a hard thing to say, hey, this is my niche, this is my target market, because every person would want that. So who's my target market? Everybody. But it will be refined in those people who are ready to do this work and to go on this journey, who've tried it, maybe other methods, who've worked with other people, but that there's a resonance with me and there's a trust with me and the context of information that I deliver this support in, and maybe I'm just the right person for you. I am selling love of self as a pathway to God and to life. And that's what I put on my little board here. Love of self as a pathway to God. So that's my sharing for today. Thank you for listening, and thank you for tuning in to my growth path. And I will see you tomorrow.